Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Murphy, I want to talk about workforce. This is something that the Secretary and I have talked about, and about the length of time that it takes to process a claim. Now, VBA, you're taking about 100 days to process a claim, correct?
Senator Blackburn, I haven't looked at the numbers recently, but yes, we always aim to complete a case under 125 days, which keeps it out of the backlog.
Okay, so how many cases are in that 125-day window that have not made it onto the backlog, which I understand now is 176,884? So you've got 176,000 cases.
Ma'am, I don't have those numbers with me today.
Okay, why don't you do this? Why don't you get all of that information on the number of days and the number of claims that are in that 125-day window, so that we have a better feel for where you all are with addressing the backlog. I do think it is a good thing that you are in a pilot project trying to speed up the claims processing. We are hopeful that that automated benefit delivery is going to bring some relief to our veterans. So we're watching that very, very closely. Let me ask you this. How much of the claims process can be automated to increase your ability to process these in a more efficient manner?
Senator, I would say that we are going slow to eventually go fast. So we're doing it in a smart way. We're looking first at some of the provisions that would potentially be and conditions that would be involved in the honoring our pact legislation, so that we can, target some of those areas where we expect, a number of claims coming in, going with that volume. Even pieces of the claims process, doesn't have to be end to end, but pieces of the process, it all adds up, and those incremental efficiencies help to keep the workload flowing and benefits going to veterans.
Okay, what percentage or what number of your claims processors are working in person, and how many are still working remote?
Senator Blackburn, we have been working through return to the workplace. I wouldn't say return to work, because folks have been working full-time at home. Returning to the workplace, working through that with our labor partners in the regional offices across the country. I can tell you in headquarters, my staff has been back since about April, May timeframe. In the regional offices, coming back incrementally, and I think some of the big volume now.
So has productivity decreased or increased?
Overall, I will tell you that when we first went home because of the national emergency, our productivity really increased. I mean, when we had the work available, when we were able to do the exams in person and things like that, it's just the supply chain of the evidence getting to us was slowing us down.
When we talk about productivity, have you hired more claims processors, and are you more productive because of that? Or is it because individuals are actually completing some of these claims?
Ma'am, I would say it's multifaceted. Yes, we have hired and trained additional.
Let me ask you one more thing then. I want to talk about this Hearing Benefits Act. I think that I am very hesitant to vote for things that make false promises. And I've been very concerned about the PACT Act and the implementation of that, because the VA has said they cannot implement this. So when you look at this benefit, which would provide a presumption of service connection, and it is something that is not time limited, I have serious concerns about that, and I would like to get your take very quickly on that bill and what we should do to fix that so that we're certain that it is service related.
Indeed, and those concerns would be shared by VA, that without the time-limited piece, we could be overlooking other intervening factors, science, medicine, NASA, the National Academy of Science, Engineering, and Medicine report from 2006, which was not making that connection in all cases. It's an individualized person-by-person situation. I will say, though, that we already do have some amount of presumption of service connection for hearing loss, particularly in that 1-year window following service, discharge from service. And we also instruct our claims processors to really lean in to acknowledge acoustic trauma in combat situations and also in certain military occupation specialties, which we have listed. So we are leaning in now. Hearing loss and tinnitus are we're in the top 3, 2 of the top 3 most prevalent service-connected disabilities. So we already are paying a number of folks for those conditions.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Certainly.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.